What's up, YouTubers? Putting a starter in my RZR today, 800. One major hang-up I'll show you here. All you do here is, it's got this plastic cover right here. Lift the seats out on each side, pull the handle up, and they just lift right out. Take the two seats out, twist those two little things, pull that piece of plastic out, you're looking at this. Now here was the bitch. This is what I ran into. We got this stupid fucking thing here, goes up here, and this fucking piece goes down here. Okay? I could not fucking bend this thing around to get it out. I couldn't. See? You see how it goes together here, right? So you see what I did? I cut it in half. I couldn't bend it around past that frickin' hole down there, and it goes up into that bevel right there is where it goes up into. Well, it's a breather for the back of the clutch, I think. Now, if you take all the bolts out of the clutch housing, take this cover off to put the new belt on, I've already done that. You can't get this back plate off anyway because the primary and secondary are in the way. So now that shit's gonna matter. You couldn't get it off anyway. So the best thing I could think of to do was just cut that plastic right here, take both pieces out, and when I'm done, I'll duct tape it together. You know, I couldn't figure out any other way to do it. So that's what I did. You can do whatever you want, but it kind of looked like it was gonna suck ass, so I just left it at that. But anyway, so here we are at this point. Now, got the positive, goes right there. Take that off. The negative went to one of these terminals that these two bolts are on. The biggest problem I'm having now, see how far I got it backed up? I'm wiggling it and jiggling it, pulling it back, trying to get it out. Of course, it's not cooperating. The reason why it's so tough is it's got these rubber seals, which is good, seals out the water. I'm jiggling it now, I'm trying to back this whole shaft out here with these goddamn seals on it. I'm sure it's going to be a mother to stick back in too, but anyway, all there is one hose clamp down here that you take off. One regular hose clamp. I was able to get at that before I started any of this. Take the hose clamp off. Like I said, I just sawed that in half. It's out of the way. It's just an air breather that goes up into here and it just sucks air from up there. It's not has to be sealed or anything. So that was the easiest way I could go about it. So now I just gotta get this frickin' starter out of here. I said I've been cranking on this thing I wanted to kind of get it deassembled before I turned the camera on and then showed you putting a new one back in. I thought this was going to be a breeze. Well, I'm jerking on this goddamn thing. It's moving. There you go. All right, see it had those seals? That's what it was. I thought this starter was weak. Jeez, I sure hope so after all this shit. Okay. Well, here's the new starter. Very cheap too, by the way. I think it was 40 bucks for the starter delivered from a starter rebuild place. You can see the hole down there where it goes. I'm not sure. This puzzles me too. I'd really like to know if anybody knows anything about this. Please tell me. When I got tore down this far, I'm not sure what this is. It looks like a little filter maybe, but I see no hose here that came off of it. Nothing stuck around here. I'm gonna stick my vacuum in here real quick and suck some of this shit out just because I got it apart. But if anybody could tell me if something's supposed to go on here, is this just a check valve and nothing goes on it? Because I can't find nothing around here anyway. But let me turn this off a minute while I suck all this dirt and shit out. All right, I just sucked all that mud, dirt, and shit out of here. Just give it a little more cleaner area to work in. Let's see how hard this new one's gonna go back in. Pushing it back in ain't gonna be as hard as pulling it out was, I'm sure, but you can see that the core, the Bendix gear in front is going to have to line up before the fucker will start to go in anyway. Of course, nothing's ever just fucking easy, is it? Okay, well, that's got to get shoved in there. So I'm going to turn this off while I play and whatever and try to get this in there. And I'll turn it back on. Be back in short. Okay, took a couple seconds, but it's just those new rubber seals are so frickin' new, you know, and they're hard to get in the hole. It might take a little bit of playing here to get these lined up too, but I think the rest of this should be a cakewalk now. Bottom one started. And these are number 10 metric. All three of them. One for the starter. And these ones for the side. Don't forget, this is where your ground comes from this side here of the starter. Sorry about the lighting. I hope this is bright enough to see. But the ground came off this first one. So that's it. The ground goes on here. Other one goes there. Put your hot on that bolt up there. Get that tightened down. Get all three of them tightened down. You should be ready to rock and roll. Take the battery off. Take the battery positive terminal off. Before you start, take the terminal off. So you don't touch anything, spark and blow, whatever. But so I'm just going to turn the camera off because the rest of this is just tightening these three things down, putting all the plastic cover back on, throw the seats in. So a pain in the ass. I didn't think it was going to be this this hard from what the video showed. I didn't see that plastic piece in the video, but I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to duct tape it. It's just an air vent. I don't see it hurting anything. I played with it for a half hour trying to get it out. And I could have took the metal apart, part of the frame, took the bed off, you know, blah, 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 blah. If you want to do that, certainly go ahead. Me, it's just an air box, so I'll duct tape it good and leave it at that. So there you go. Replacing the starter on an 09 RZR 800 Ranger Polaris. Get her done. And as always, don't forget, Bob's Lawn Service and Plowing. I'm out.